Hey guys, welcome back to the Trailerviewboys. With the power of technology, me and Alex have still been able to do a podcast for you guys to listen to. With everything going on at the moment, we've social distanced ourselves just to keep our own families and friends safe. So again, with the power of technology, we're still here and we hope you enjoy this video.
Hit the record button. Oh. Right then, here we are, Trailerviewboys, doing a bit of a special.
Welcome to your lockdown broadcast.
Lockdown broadcast, yeah, the lockdown broadcast. I like that. Yeah, so through means of the Rode Procaster, we've managed to still get together and do something to entertain you guys out there a little bit while everyone's thinking about this self-isolation. Are you ready to murder your partner yet? Or,
Well, all I will say is, guys, that look, take it as a holiday, okay? Can't go anywhere, can't do anything, but we're all working together, one nation, under one banner. We're all gonna get through this. But to help you through this, me and Damion have decided we're going to give you some top tips on what to watch and what to sink your teeth in. Because let's face it, if you've got to stay at home, perfect excuse to catch up on those shows you keep missing out on. People keep talking about in the office, all those movies. So before we get into that, though, I do want to apologise if the audio was really terrible because, well, explain how this is working then, bro.
So initially, Alex's feed is coming through a telephone call while I'm sat at home in my room. Alex is sat at home as well. So I'm one end with the podcast equipment, and Alex is the other end linked to his phone. So his audio might seem a bit telephony, but kind of makes it feel like a bit. I feel like a radio station listener right now, dude.
Oh no, it's great, isn't it?
Like the host, you're like, so we've got Alex on line 1.
I'd just like to say, I'm a big fan of the boys. I want to do.
Right then, dude.
I made one recommendation, or you need to try and sex it up a little bit, eh? Maybe slippers.
I feel like after that accent, one of your recommendations is going to be a Scottish film.
Well,
or was that your attempt at an Indian accent or Irish?
That's very funny. All the time. No. To be fair, you're quite right. I was segueing into my first recommendation, Trainspotting.
Trainspotting, cool. Yeah, classic.
Cult classic, and we're the generation where I don't know if you've seen it, Damion.
I've seen it, but only in like hangover days where it's been on the telly, and it's like you've switched it on, and it's a quarter way through, or it's been halfway through, or I've never seen it from the very beginning.
Well, the thing is, it's actually on my watch list tonight.
Oh, cool.
Because I was going through some stuff that I have watched, and I've spoke about it before, and I was thinking on what's on my watch list in this lockdown to catch up on some greats. And Trainspotting, it's a cult classic.
Yeah, man.
I've not even seen the film yet, but every review I've heard of it, people that have watched it, it's comedic because it's real comedy. It's not slapstick. It's off the wall with just some cinematography that it uses. And I've heard that it's scripted quite well. So for me, that's definitely up there as one of the top ones I'd recommend, because if you've not seen it, like myself, this is the perfect time to watch something like that. And plus, I've heard that many jokes about Trainspotting when I've been out and about and drinking and stuff like that. You're out partying, someone makes a reference, and I just have to stand there like that guy in the club, not getting a joke that everyone laughs at, just laughing, praying that no one goes, "Why was that funny?" Like, you know what I mean?
Is that the one joke? Is that the nice one, brother?
Yeah.
Nice one, brother. Yeah.
I don't think that's.
Is that film? Or is that another film?
That's not Trainspotting. No, that's that is your man Danny Dyer. I can't think what the film's called.
All right, okay. I've seen the clip online so many times. I've seen memes and things like that. I don't know what film it's actually from. Quite bored, really. Okay then. Well, I'm going to go in with one that you'd probably guess so far, but I've got a couple in there that I think you wouldn't have thought that I'd pick up. But the first one is The Avengers, The original, the Avengers, the first Avengers
Oh, the
assembled team.
2012 Avengers.
Yeah, the 2012 Avengers. I feel like that's a proper family film that everyone can sit and watch.
Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
Absolutely, mate. No, I totally agree with that.
Avengers Assemble.
Absolutely.
It was the first cool comic book of movie that brought all different characters together, and it was really hard, because I didn't just want to go in and think I'm just going to pick loads of like comic book movie films.
Yeah,
what didn't make my list was Winter Soldier, which was a bit like, because I'm such a huge fan of that film for me and you being sat in the cinema and being genuinely shocked about the twist.
Well, that was the sort of beauty of being comic book fans, in the sense of like, we're just we're fans, but not aware of that particular comic series.
Yeah,
because obviously anybody who had seen it, the Winter Soldier, sort of or read the comics, had that sort of spoiled.
Yeah.
But for us not reading the comics or seeing any cartoons of it, it was a beautiful moment. But I agree. I mean, I must have watched Avengers Assemble, the first Avengers film, around about 3 or 4 times in the cinema as a kid, because it was just. I mean, first of all, cinematically speaking, I mean, this was the first time it had been done, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'd had 5, or was it 6? I think it was 5 films leading up to this. I think this was the 6th.
Yeah.
Where nothing like this had been done before. And it was still early days. There were still little mistakes being made, casting issues here and there.
Yeah.
Storylines not being the strongest. There could have been, like, character arcs not really being character arcs, just sort of being flat. So, it certainly picked up. But in its early doors, it was very sort of, they were rolling the dice on this.
Mate, it was just a project that all the characters together in that one film.
Yeah, it is. This is what I'm saying. It's what makes it a great film, because it could have been, it could have fell flat on its arse. It could have gone wrong.
On a side
but
note,
it's a really good film.
Where we were talking about Winter Soldier and Hydra, I had a really funny thought today. You know our friends, the Warp Zone. That does class. YouTube, the Warp Zone, which is a really good content to watch. Those guys that do the Netflix versus everyone else, and all these, where they did the sit down with Netflix, and they did the sit down with the threw money at Batman and the rest of it. I was thinking they need to do on a side note, they need to do a video where it's like Disney have created COVID-19 just so they could get as many viewers to subscribe to Disney Plus as possible. And I thought that would be a great little story for them to, because they've done a couple of funny ones, haven't they? So I thought that would be hilarious.
God, COVID-19.
So, what's your second watch?
Well, look, man, we're both men. And I'm sure there are some men out there that do appreciate this film. Okay, well, I've never watched it simply because it doesn't appeal to me. It might even be a good film. It's got to be Shannon Tatum's Magic Mike, because I'm sure there's a female audience out there that probably would appreciate being able to watch something that they probably thoroughly enjoy.
It's one of those films.
If it's on a lockdown, I've got to be fair here. I've heard people, other than the obvious reasons, I've heard people say that it's actually quite a good fucking film. Pardon me, French.
Yeah, I've seen
it. Oh, have you?
Yeah, it's one of those films you say to your partner, go on, then I'll watch it with you, thinking, I'm just going to be sat on my phone looking at, social media, blah, blah, blah. And then 10 minutes into the film, your phone gets lower and lower from your face. And eventually, you put your phone down on the side and you're watching the film. And it's all right, man. Yeah. It's a good film.
Well, I was just thinking, I know it's critically, it might not have been like, an Oscar-winning film, but I just think it's fun, and in this COVID-19 lockdown, as it is, I think it's really important to have fun. So I didn't want to go with too many serious films in. I just think something like Magic Mike, it's playful, it's fun, and it's just something you can enjoy watching it as like a couple. You know what I mean? Because I imagine there's a lot of couples out there now in lockdown that are really figuring out how much they actually love their partner.
Yeah, man.
Having to spend 14 days concealed with them.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking a bit of fun. Stops everything being so serious. No doom and gloom movies on this list, mate. Now doing my Gloom movies,
and all of these films on this list aren't like, you know, Marvel films. I've picked some. There's one or two I think you'll massively agree on. But
no, for me, Magic Mike's definitely got to be up there, guys, because it's going to be a fun film. And even if you don't enjoy it, you're going to enjoy your partner watching it. Like, you know what I mean? And have a bit of fun there.
If you do enjoy it, there's a second one as well.
Well, there is that too.
So, you know, you've always got your next night sorted out. Well, from
there
me,
you go.
Second shout would be The Matrix. 1999.
Oh,
The Matrix.
No, not allowed. Sorry, mate.
You picked it already.
Oh, absolutely. It is a complete classic, mate. Revolutionised Hollywood. But you tell me why you picked it.
I've picked it because it was one of those films that you could kind of get lost in the idea of.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Not for its cinematic, you know, feats that it achieved, but for the idea, the premise of what the film's trying to go with.
Oh yeah, it's incredible.
That. Yeah.
And I've got to admit, the first one is my favourite as well. I thought it was going to be on my list.
Yeah. And
it's just a really well-rounded and well thought out film for what it is. It's just kind of clever.
It's a one and to be fair, isn't it? One and done.
Mm-hmm. And to be fair to it, as much as the franchise gets ridiculed and stuff like that, the first one was just an absolute solid film. Like, you know what I mean? It puts that, as much as it's an action thriller, it puts that undertone of, can we push technology too far? You know what I mean? Is there a point where we are hubris?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's an undertone.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoy it so much. It is very layered. It's not just guns, explosions, high kicks. It's very much a, you know, we've created something that's become the dominant species, and we are now having to try and fight off our own, what we would have thought, superior intellect with things that we've created and they've gone out of control. It's really clever. Or,
awesome.
If you want, it is just a dumb action film. It's, you know what I mean? It serves both purposes. Hugo Weaving, absolute favourite. I mean, I know one of my favourite memories of The Matrix was, I'm sure a lot of our generation might have done it after they watched it, was beating the crap out of your brother.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And you being the older brother, you were always now, but I've got to be truthful, yeah. Hugo Weaving was such a badass bad guy. I always loved being Agent Smith.
Mate, that was
like
he's one of the wardrobe at the end of the film, because you kind of think, where can I get a
long
leather jacket from, mate? Where can I get a long leather jacket and some cool sunglasses?
Well, yeah, you either want to get out a polished suit,
yeah,
or a leather jacket. Either way, though, it was all about the sunglasses and that flip down Nokia, that slide Nokia.
Oh man, yeah.
Remember when they used to rule the world before all your iPhones? Samsungs. Oh, mate, Nokia. Let me tell you, they were on top of the world, man.
They were the one.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I see Nokia now, and I see the phones they bring, and I just you get that. It's like watching.
Mate, it's a falling empire.
Oh, no,
it's like Britain today. Nokia's the perfect example. Used to be on top of absolutely everything. Didn't keep up with the times, and now look at us like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, oh my god.
Bad, but Matrix definitely on the list for sure. 100%. I think it'll encapture for the kids the action, the coolness, you know, with the dads, and I think with the mothers, well, the love story in the background. So, yeah.
It's a fantastic film. Yeah. To be fair, it really is. For me, my next shout is going to be a bit of a sort of kink in the works. I've got to admit, Clone Wars. I'm currently going through that again. At the moment.
Star Wars The Clone Wars.
Star Wars The Clone Wars, the animated series.
It's a series, okay.
Yep, TV series. I think it's around about 6 series. I think the 7th one they're still sort of doing now.
Okay, yeah.
But it's a fantastic, it just really is, it's a fantastic series. It really, if you're into Star Wars, you know, you just enjoy the films, this is a nice sort of, because, you know, with the Clone Wars, and Revenge of the Sith, there's a big gap. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and there's a bond that grows between Anakin and Obi-Wan, which you see a little bit in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
But you don't, you know, it doesn't get explored enough, doesn't go deep enough for you to really feel that betrayal at the end, you know what I mean?
How much of a fan
I loved you like a brother, Anakin! Well, you know what I mean? Whereas the Clone Wars...
How much of a fan do you think you need to be? Sorry to interrupt it, but... to, you know, grasp it a little bit, how much of a fan do you need to be to actually think you'd be into watching this animated series?
I don't think you need to be a huge fan, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm a fan because as a kid, it's cool to have, think that you could have a lightsaber in the Force. But I wouldn't say I read all the comics and play all the video games that come out in it. But it is entertaining, and it is, it starts off a little sort of two-dimensional, just getting you introduced to characters. Yeah. But when it does that, it really delves into some serious stuff, man. There's some moral questions they throw up in certain episodes, and there's some. Yeah. It's really entertaining, if I'm being honest. Like, you don't need to be a huge fan of sci-fi to be entertained by a sci-fi series.
No.
It's just as long as you're a fan of good storytelling, which strangely enough, this is exactly what it is. It's just really good storytelling.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fair share.
It sort of gives you a deeper appreciation for the main players in the Revenge of the Sith, like General Grievous, because he just comes onto the scene as a bad guy with a cop, right? Like, you know what I mean, and 4 arms and 4 lightsabers that can spin around,
which is quite cool.
Yeah, it's quite cool. Don't get me wrong, but in this is, they really play into like why he's so feared by the Jedi and why he's such a fierce leader.
I need to give that a go then.
That's definitely on the watch list for me, and the voice actors do a great job of just trying to portray the actual cast members. Honest to God, they really are. They're brilliant.
How many voice actors are there in that there are from the movie?
Say again, sorry?
So how many voice actors do that there are from the actual movies?
Well, they did an animated movie where they got Samuel Jackson involved, but none of the actual. They're all done by different voice actors than what the actual cast members are. But they do a great job of sort of emulating them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give that one a go.
They pay a lot of respect. They pay a lot of respect to the source material. I mean, you've got Hugh Jackman's character, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they keep, they keep true to the character. Like, so the voice might be a little different, but it's you accept what you're seeing and what he's saying because it's something you'd imagine that he would be saying and doing. So no, it is good.
Sweet. Okay then, yeah.
Honestly, put it on the watch list, mate. On the lockdown watch list.
Well, you've mentioned a series.
Next,
I had one.
Next in the watch down lock list. Number 3.
Number 3.
Damion.
I thought a brilliant series to watch would be The Boys on Amazon Prime, which I think is one of Carl Urban's best performances.
You might be right on that, buddy, because I need to. I still need to catch up on that.
Oh,
that should definitely go on the list. Nope.
Oh, mate, you're missing it hugely. Yeah.
Explain why. Tell me why.
It's just it's a different point of view from if you've taken advice and you've watched the Avengers Assemble and you think about the aftermath that heroes have actually caused for real life people. You get the perspective from real life people standing in the background, and actually there's I don't want to kill the what actually happens and spoil it for anyone, but there's a real good there's 2 or 3 plot twists actually, about whether heroes are actually good and actually aren't, whether they're actually there for, do they actually help or do they make things worse, or do they create their own sort of villains and problems and the rest of it. So it's quite cool actually. And Carl Urban's character is he's probably one of the best characters of
all right, mate, calm down. Carl, you and Carl on a first name basis, are we?
He's
you and our Carl.
He's paid me for this. It's a promotional podcast. This one, he's given me some.
You and Carl, Carl's character, like
Carl.
Carl.
Yeah. That's his name. We're to call him Mr. Urban.
I just didn't know you were on first name basis.
Mr. Urban is perhaps best known as
Carl
Dr.
Urban,
McCoy.
probably, mate. Like, you know what I mean?
Sometimes, because we're that close, I call him Bones.
Oh right, yep. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I'm the same with good old Pine.
Pine.
Just Kirky all the time.
So yeah, The Boys. Check it out on Amazon.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. Well, believe it or not, you mentioned in the Star Trek universe, naturally, it was going to get brought in, but it would be, and it's technically 3 films here that I'm recommending. But just to sink your teeth into it, it would be Star Trek Into Darkness, and Star Trek Is it Dark World? I'm not even sure. Look at me being terrible on the TV's names, but basically the J.J. Abrams films.
Yeah.
With the reboots on Star Trek, the casting's fantastic. The storytelling is brilliant. I mean, Star Trek Into Darkness with Benedict Cumberbatch. I mean,
Into Darkness.
To take the role that he took, which is already a beloved role with the Star Trek community anyway. I'm not gonna spoil it because until it's mentioned, it doesn't even seem like he is going to be.
Yeah.
So everyone thought the film was going to be about.
Yeah.
So, and his portrayal of, Benedict Cumberbatch as a bad guy it's beautiful. It really is true. If you're an American filmmaker in Hollywood and you need a great bad guy, you call a British actor.
That's so true, actually. And he has to drive a Jaguar.
Yes.
Chasing an Aston Martin.
Absolutely.
On an icy lake.
But yeah, they're fantastic films. Me, I'm very sci-fi sort of heavy, but I just think they're just really good little films to enjoy. Like again, these are fun films that I'm coming up with. Like I'm not coming up with like end-worlding stuff. We've got enough of that to focus on at the moment.
Yeah,
so,
I
just think a nice bit of escapism.
The J.J. Abrams movies, actually, you don't have to be a Trekkie fan, really, to enjoy them. You can enjoy them just as films if you didn't really know anything about.
No, absolutely. The cast members themselves do a great job of making sure that is the case. They don't get. Trust me, I'm a Trekkie fan. There's very little Trekisms about it, but just enough to make it Star Trek. Other than the fact that they have warp drive, torpedoes, and beaming technology, like you know what I mean, the transporters and all that. Other than they have those sort of things, it's not, you don't get the Trek explanations or the quantum singularity or reverse polarity or any of that nonsense. They're fun and just really good, entertaining films. Like I say, you don't need to be a fan to enjoy them. They are just good for what they are, which is a very smart decision by JJ and the creative team that they managed to do that.
Yeah, definitely. No,
so that one's mine.
Good choice. Well, for myself, I'm going to go in there, and you definitely agree on this one. Pulp Fiction.
Oh, dude, you're a man after my own heart.
Pulp Fiction.
Fucking fiction.
And
my God.
For me, personally, it's the fact that you follow so many character stories in that one film, and every single story you follow it keeps you interested.
Well, weirdly enough, the film is done in such a way. I mean, let's face it, your man's cinematography.
Yeah,
Quentin Tarantino cinematography. Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are studies that you do in just his art style alone. Yeah, but each story that you follow is, one could argue, could have been made its own film anyway.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I'm just I'm on IMDb and it says the lives of two mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster and his wife, and a pair of diner bandits intertwined into 4 tales of violence and redemption. So it's such an interesting film.
But realistically, that could be 4 individual films.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Roth, heavy hitter. Samuel Jackson, Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah, there's Bruce Willis played a good role.
The dancing man himself, John Travolta, Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Just big hitters, man, and it's just a fantastic film. I mean, one of my favourite. Well, this is a problem. Every scene of it is a favourite scene of mine.
That's quality watching.
They're just fantastic films.
And
but my most famous one, probably my favourite scene is probably got to be, does he look like a bitch? No, the way I try and fucking like a bitch.
There's so many scenes.
They're all famous scenes, but honest to God, I've seen tattoos of scenes that are just so cool. Honest to God, the significant in pop culture reference of Pulp Fiction. I mean, I'll put it this way. You mentioned Marvel.
Yeah.
Now, Nick Fury in Winter Soldier, film that you mentioned, did you pick up on the fact? I mean, a lot of people probably won't. You know, when they visit his tombstone at the end of the film,
Yeah.
it's actually got the reference to the quote that he says out of Pulp Fiction.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite cool, actually.
That's how big of a film that is, that even when he's in other films, they reference, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. Like,
there's a huge argument I read about the other day online about the cinema MCU with, your man.
Samuel Jackson?
Samuel Jackson, yeah, because
yeah.
Star Wars is actually referenced in the MCU.
Yeah.
As an actual thing, and
Samuel Jackson obviously being a part of that. Well, it's just, you know what, it's one of them, like, it's great to take it as literal, like, okay, so did you do a bit of acting on the side?
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, it's like anything else. I mean, you ever watched Last Action Hero?
Yeah.
And they say Sylvester Stallone was the Terminator. That's like, you just imagine it was a different actor, like, you know what I mean? Same film, played it the same way, it's just different casting in it. But yeah, I do enjoy that joke. I think the best one is Spider-Man realising that Nick Fury was also Mace Windu. No, it's cool, but yeah, absolutely agree. Pulp Fiction, mate, is a phenomenal pick.
I thought you might have picked that one. I'm glad I didn't take away your thunder on that one.
No, you didn't. So I really appreciate that. My next one, though, is a Quentin Tarantino film, believe it or not. And it's actually to link in with any sort of... Now, this is for any of those that just live with flatmates.
Go on, then.
You know, it is a couple of guys and girls, you know, these uni students, you know, living together. Yeah. Can't go out and drink, can't go out and socialise, you know, you're sort of stuck quarantining with yourselves, group 2, 3, 4 maybe. Well, Django Unchained.
Class.
People. Because first of all, let's face it again, the cast list is just a Hollywood red carpet, really. It's a fantastic film. Christoph Waltz killing it again. Absolutely fantastic. Undiscovered gem by Quentin Tarantino there.
Hugely.
But the big drinking game. Now, I'm not going to say the word.
No.
How controversial the word is.
Yeah.
But I challenge anybody that starts sober to generally try and take a shot of their choice. It could be a shot of beer. The reason I say a shot of beer or of anything else is you're going to start out light with this because there's a certain racist word that's used that begins with the E letter N. And the drinking game as follows. Every time that word is said, you take a shot. And I challenge anyone to watch that film and still be sober and able to stand at the end of that film. Just like I say, it's just a fun film. It's fun one to play. I'm not going to go into any of the issues with it or anything like that. It's a fantastic film. And again, great drinking game to play. Have a bit of fun with people, you know, while watching a film. Look, man, these are the lockdown movies to watch, guys. Okay, like, you know, we're all just having fun. So absolutely Django Unchained.
Leonardo's role in that is amazing.
It deserved the Oscar, mate. It deserved the Oscar. Absolutely. The bit where he smashes the glass and rubs his blood all over the all over her face was totally unscripted. He just accidentally cut his hand on the table when he you know rammed his fist down as he was speaking. But they continue to shoot. Hence the reason her face looks so horrified because she's genuinely just had Leonardo DiCaprio's blood rubbed all over her face. And it's just it's a phenomenal performance.
Christoph Waltz he's up there, man, isn't he, with the actors, you know.
Who's that?
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz, mate, it's your man Jamie Foxx that blew me away.
Yeah, he did.
Because he's just like, he's just so super talented. Like, he's great with music, good dancer, he's fantastic with comedy, and he's just a phenomenal, serious actor as well. Like, you know, this is a serious part he was playing. Like, as well as it being a fun movie to watch, it's just brilliant. Yeah, Christoph Waltz. I mean, watch anything with that man in. He's just phenomenal. And he's played one of the best James Bond bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
In any of the new Bond films with Daniel Craig. He's just phenomenal.
And the Django Unchained, there's some of the funniest scenes in it. I think the funniest scene I thought out of that was when the KKK couldn't get the
God,
holes properly.
With Jonah Hill's character, yeah, absolutely. That was hilarious. That was See, one of my favourite ones is when you get introduced to Samuel Jackson's part
Right. Yes.
as head housekeeper.
Yeah.
That is just, oh my God, I just laughed and laughed. It was just so funny to see him play that part. But
yeah.
Well, there's loads. You know, I mean, even the first scene where he shoots the guy in the bar.
Yes.
You know, shoots him outside the tavern. And the sheriff comes there and he says all that stuff and he says, in short, Sheriff, pay me. And it's like, God damn! Like, could you imagine?
I know.
Just killing a man just like that, just to have him go right and pay me. Like, oh, yeah, man, it was awesome. But that's definitely on my list for you.
Sound okay. Well, I'm going to move on to the last film I was chose to speak on this podcast, which is a classic called Snatch.
Oh, what a film!
One of Guy Ritchie's best ever films.
Film.
Yeah.
Who we got in there? Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Brad Pitt.
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
Jason Statham before his action days.
Yeah, he was actually, wasn't it?
Just playing a 2-bit sort of boxing coach. Before, no running or shooting or gunning blazing.
There's a few proper.
There's a few. Well, there's dude, it's just some of the best the British had to offer at that time.
You got Del Toro in there as well.
Yes.
There's Frankie Four Fingers.
Frankie
Some of the names make you laugh.
The names. Bullet Tooth Tony.
Yeah. Turkish Bricktop.
Bricktop. Oh, mate, my favourite one.
Yeah.
Boris, the Bullet Dodger.
Boris, the Bullet
Why
Dodger.
do they call him Boris, the Bullet Dodger? Because he dodges bullets, have they? Oh my God, Bricktop.
Class. Yeah.
Do you know what nemesis means?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Pop the kettle on, Harold.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who
mate.
does he think he is? I'm Ard Bruce Lee.
Yeah. I don't care if he's fucking Armored Bruce Lee. You can't change fighters. Oh, God.
Oh, mate, yeah, I'm just trying to go through some of the names now because some of them are quite...
But favourite scenes have got to be... God, some of the favourite scenes, again, that's one of those films that you watch and just every scene's a favourite. I mean, one of my favourite scenes is when he sits in the car and he's like, get away, driver. Get away, driver. The fuck can you get away from, so? And he's like, well, it's not going to mean anything if we've got no weapons. Well, I've sorted that out. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
This is a shotgun. It's a fucking anti-aircraft rifle.
But it's a classic of the scenes follow on from stuff like that, because then the next few scenes down the line, you got Vinnie Jones sat there with his Desert Eagle 4.0 or something like that. Yeah, 5.0.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Honestly, but again, it's one of those where it's like, it's just every scene is a classic scene.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's a hard watch either. Again, I mean, it isn't like an Oscar. That's sort of the beauty about Guy Ritchie. He never goes out to get the Oscar. He goes out to make a genuinely good film.
Yeah,
it is a genuine. Go on.
Got a lot of slack for a film he recently made, King Arthur, and I watched it the other day, and I got to admit, I quite enjoyed it.
No, you see, it had a lot of potential. Okay. So I've watched that King Arthur. Problem is, and I mean, Jude Law's a bad guy, man. I mean, I fell in love.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, man, Jude Law is a bad guy. This is amazing. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But like, all I ever kept getting told was how powerful he was. Never really got showed.
No.
But and he's in the last encounter, he messes stuff up a bit, but then he gets easily defeated by King Arthur, which all right, fair enough. It's King Arthur, he's wielding Excalibur and all that. I ain't gonna dispute that. But it doesn't demonstrate, they don't ever demonstrate his power throughout the rest of it.
Right.
It's just people who keep saying how powerful he's becoming, how powerful he is. And it's like, but you're not, show me then. Like, you know what I mean? Stop telling me.
Yeah.
Show me why this guy should be, so feared among you people, because Jesus, like, at the moment, all he's took is one guy with a sword. Like, shit, man.
All in all, though, I thought it was a fun film to watch for the first time.
I enjoyed it, mate. I'm not going to lie. I'd be lying if I didn't enjoy it. I just had issues with it. Okay,
Yeah.
so I can understand the flack he got from it. I really can. Saying that though, in the same point, not every director's perfect. There's a few directors out there that have definitely got films they wish you'd forget about.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, but now Guy Ritchie, he made a solid film with Snatch. Absolutely, mate, fantastic. Characters are timeless. One of my best things to watch on YouTube sometimes when I want to laugh is Star Wars with Darth Vader's voice replaced with Bricktops. And it's just, it's spawned so much. And it's sort of timeless, to be fair. It really is timeless. That's what makes it a cult classic, like Pulp Fiction, you know what I mean? He's sort of our, Guy Ritchie and Snatch and even his new film, The Gentleman, they're sort of the British's answer to people like Quentin Tarantino, you know what I mean? Like, his storytelling's phenomenal. So, no, I totally agree, mate. The Snatch is a fantastic film.
So what's your last recommendation?
If I'm being honest, I really struggle with this because, obviously, we're only saying so many films anyway.
We picked 5 each, didn't we?
Yeah, and to be fair, our film enjoyment is pretty, like, eclectic anyway. Like, you know what I mean? We're not just stuck to one sort of genre. But I'm going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works. And it's going to be Signs.
Wow, that's an old film.
Yep.
Or not too old, but I didn't expect that.
I know what you're saying. I just always remember enjoying Signs.
Remember it's scaring the pants off of me, yeah?
It's probably a bad film if you watch it now. I haven't watched it in years.
I don't know so much more. We need to give that
but
check that
I just really enjoyed it. And I know it's God, I always struggle. Joaquin Phoenix, Mel Gibson. I always struggle with his name. I don't know why. Mel Gibson, and it's just a solid.
It is, man.
I'll put it this way: I've never known one film to single-handedly confirm the existence of God and aliens.
Yeah. Well, I definitely actually. That's one film out of all of this we've mentioned that, apart from the Star Wars.
Clone Wars.
I'm actually going to go away and think about watching that one.
Mate, it's a great film. It's just a genuinely good film. It's like it's underrated. Like, you know what I mean? I don't watch it like as a horror. I genuinely just watch it as like a piece of
thriller, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just a piece of film that's out there, and it's just so good. I mean, the horror elements in it are fantastic. Like, they do build the suspension, and no one does anything stupid as well.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, there's some rustling out in the finger. All the power's gone out, and there's some weird stuff happening. I know. I'll go out there with a baseball bat and see what's going on. Like, no, you wouldn't do it. You would absolutely lock yourself in the basement and just be like, right, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You would not just be like, okay, let's go outside then. Like, it'd be like, nah. So it's believable in that sense. Like, that always gets me with horror films. That does. Oh my God, Derek just got snatched away by some monster. We need to go back and save him. Like, he just got snatched away by some monster. Yeah. Derek's gone.
Forget him.
Like, I'm sorry. Derek was a great guy. He really made me laugh. You know, I even picked him out as my best man. But if I get dragged away by a monster and he tried to come back and save me, I'm looking down on him thinking he's an idiot.
And that one time Derek didn't put towards that pizza we all got together. So
trust me. You know what? Derek's an asshole. Like, he didn't pay petrol money to come out to this log cabin. Like,
oh mate, yeah, good choice, bro. Good choice. I like that. Yeah, that's one for me. I'm probably actually going to go and watch.
But honest, I'm somewhat serious now. I mean, if there is anybody watching this podcast, guys, and we're not exactly talking to the nation here as much as we would like to be.
Yeah.
By all means. But please follow the advice. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Stay home.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Socially distance yourselves properly.
Yeah. If you have to go out, only go out if you have to. Like, it's not easy for anybody, guys. I mean, look, I've been going through some things in my life. I've been sort of staying at home anyway. You can get bored very easily.
Yeah. Right.
But there's other people in your home. There's family games you can play. If you live alone, we don't live in the 1920s. We live in the 2020s, which means there's FaceTime, text, calls. It's the most connected isolation there's ever been.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's, please, guys, unless you've got the symptoms, unless you are severely ill and you need to be out and about or in the hospitals or at the doctors, please respect the advice, guys, because I know it sounds silly, man, and I'm all about making fun of this thing, and I'm loving the memes that are coming out. It's serious. Yeah. It is serious.
Very serious.
And it is saving lives by staying home and not putting other people and yourself at risk. So, just try and enjoy it, guys. It's not an easy task to. It's not an easy thing to ask, but it's the situation we're facing, guys. So let's just do our best. Yeah. I mean, this is England we're talking about. We don't lie down very easily. You know what I mean?
No, it's true.
We're going to get through this.
And to bring that to a bit of a close, just make sure, before you do anything or choose to do anything, go on the NHS website and the HM government and just check out what's actually, there's a lot of fake news there, so just check out what's actually the right advice to go with before you do.
And this has been your first public announcement. Lockdown.
Yeah.
Advice from the Trailerviewboys. One of many, guys. We've got 14 days of isolation. We're going to try to aim to have a couple of videos up every couple of days. Well, a video up every couple of days just to get content out there, just to give people stuff to do, as well as ourselves, quite frankly.
Yeah, keep ourselves busy.
So by all means, listen in, comment any questions you've got, guys, or any recommendations you thought that we missed that should have been in our list.
Yeah.
Let us know. We might actually watch it and then do a review on it. So by all means, please let us know, guys. I've been Alex. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yep. See you on the next one, guys.